This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Meth is like everything's moving fast. And it's gonna go on and on and on for a long time. And it wants to stop, but it can't. And your mind and your body knows you're not in control. Meth eats your soul.
My name is Michael, I'm 35, and I'm currently living in Las Vegas.
Music is everything to Michael. It's like food for his soul.
I wanted to be a musician, and I answered at a young age.
He's performed for Prince, Kanye West.
Michael could have been playing his music at shows on the strip, but instead, his addiction got in the way.
Michael is addicted to crystal meth. He is very thin. His eyes are sunken in. He will stay up for days.
What you want to get high? I sell meth to support my own habit. Yeah, I got your back. If I can't make money selling it, I'll plan sex parties.
His addiction is so bad. Michael is currently living on the streets.
Oh my God. For the past year, it's been couch surfing and hotel living.
The Michael that I know today is a completely different person than the Michael that I used to know. Michael was born in Oxnard, California, but by the time he was 2, his parents had already split.
After my parents split, we moved to Camden, New Jersey, so I have no recollection of my biological father ever. It just wasn't there.
Around the age of 5, Michael's mother married his stepfather.
He was a police officer, and he was a good man. He was a strict man, but he had love too, you know? We never used the term stat, ever. That was my dad, my daddy.
Michael and his dad were very close, but being law enforcement, Michael's father was very structured and strict as well.
When I got to high school, theater and acting and all that stuff started to impress me.
After high school, Michael met Thai Tribute.
And when I was 18, my mom took me to one of his performances, and he called me out of the crowd. I danced all the way up the center aisle, and the place was going crazy. You know, he turned and said, Monday nights, we rehearse. See you there. So I joined his gospel choir, and I got to perform for a gospel music fest. It was BET Awards. Did a tribute to Oprah with Stevie Wonder. It was amazing. And I looked up to him like a father, definitely a spiritual father.
When Michael was 21, he left the gospel choir and moved to New York City to dance professionally.
I ended up entering dance competitions and winning some. Started teaching dance out there.
By the time Michael was 24, he had made a name for himself as a very successful dancer, but he was looking for something more stable.
I thought if I joined the Navy, my dad would be proud.
And while we were in port in Seattle, Michael met Esty.
I met her one night out, and I thought I was in love before, but like when I met her, like the world stopped. She just had this energy about her, strong, passionate, and beautiful.
Once Michael and Esty moved back to Seattle, Michael became employed doing electrical work, and then he would pursue music at night. And then when Michael was 29, they found out that they were pregnant and having a little boy.
It seemed like a dream come true for him. But around the time that Hayden was 1, everything changed.
The reason being was, amongst other things, my dad having affairs outside of his marriage. He was lying, cheating, being deceitful, and doing all the things that he used to punish me for.
After he found out Michael was fighting heavy depression,
He started to withdraw. He became less and less attentive to his children and the rest of us.
he would leave for days at a time. He wasn't eating, he wasn't sleeping.
After Esty found out that he had a drug addiction, they immediately got him into treatment.
Right after I got out of rehab, I had 6 months of sobriety, and right off the bat, amazing things started happening. A friend who was a past member of the Jabberwockies out in Vegas heard my music, and he wanted me making beats with him in the studio.
Michael wanted to move to Las Vegas in hopes that he could pursue a career to financially help his family. And I felt like it could be Michael's last chance to turn things around.
I felt like I was born again. It was just amazing. Like, it was fast-paced, dog eat dog, like, night after night after night. I got overwhelmed, and instead of saying I need help or I need to slow down, I was like, you know what, screw that. I need to get high.
Once he started to use meth, just created a downward spiral.
And he quickly started losing the relationships he had worked so hard for within the music industry.
Due to his addiction, Michael lost his connections with the Jabberwockies.
I lost my job, and I started to really isolate.
He was assaulted with a brick in the head trying to sell drugs, which ended up leaving him in the hospital. But that didn't change Michael's perception of the lifestyle that he was living.
I just don't see any way out of this if he doesn't get help.
When was the last time you saw your son?
Oh, no, like 3. I lose track of time. That's a long time ago, too long.
Michael moved to Las Vegas 3 years ago, and we have not seen him since he left.
He's hiding out from us. He does not want anybody to know that he's in bad shape. I'm afraid he's gonna die, and his son will never know his father.
Currently, I got about $55 on me. No places to stay right now, but that'll change.
I think there's a lot more to this story than we're all aware.
2 years ago, I got a message from Michael asking me for some money to go back to Seattle. And I text Michael back, I don't have that. And then after that, my son cut me completely off.
Well, Michael's family life was pretty normal in a lot of ways, but Michael also mentioned certain instances of abuse.
When you say abuse, what kind of abuse are you speaking of? Physical or mental?
Both.
By whom?
Both parents, actually. A lot of physical abuse as far as he would just make normal mistakes that any kid would make. But the punishment was just so amplified. He's told me stories of being beaten naked right out of the shower, things being thrown at him. He had a really hard life.
We got beat for lying, but the beatings were like horrible, dude. Like, my mom was the worst.
If he wasn't honest and truthful, oh, I'd tear that butt up with a belt.
It still takes its toll today. Like, you know, I just wish they never like put their hands on me like that.
You question yourself as a parent, was I too strict? Was I too structured? But I only wanted the best for Michael.
It was like humiliating.
Michael's family is not participating in the intervention because the relationship is currently very distant, and we weren't sure how he would react. And the biggest goal is to get him help.
I was not asked to be a part of Michael's intervention because I haven't been able to see Michael. I haven't been able to speak with Michael. Would I've made a difference? Probably not. I just hope that whatever decisions that he makes going forward, they're better than what the past has been.
I gotta change something, you know, I gotta change it. And I gotta, you know, above all, get back into my son's life. And he probably doesn't feel like he's mine right now, and I gotta change that. That's the most important thing. A son needs his father, but I can't stop. Like, you know, you gotta eat food. I gotta use meth.
My biggest fear is that he doesn't go and he dies, and Hayden has to feel like he feels. He has to wonder if his dad ever loved him, or, you know, wonder about who he even is, because he didn't have his dad to, you know, help him through figuring out who he is.
Hello.
I believe they're about 15 to 20 minutes out.
Okay, cool.
Holy shit.
good.
Yo, what's up, bro? Yo, that's so crazy, yo. What's up, baby?
Michael, my love. I've been enamored with you since the moment I saw you. You made me feel like a princess, and I was in shock that someone could love me so much. Remember when you used to let me hear all your music first? Your excitement for life was always an inspiration to me. I miss seeing you love on our children. You are the missing link in Hayden's life, and no one can fill that void except for you. Please accept this gift of love.
So, Michael, you know that this family loves you. We've got lined up for you 90 days of treatment. Our question for you is, will you accept the help?
We love you.
Hi, Michael. Welcome to Palm Springs. How you doing? It's your pleasure to meet you. Ready for this new journey?
As much as I will be, I guess.
There you go.
I feel healthy, and physically I feel amazing.
Hi.
Hi. To watch Hayden and Esty walk through that door is the greatest reward I could ever receive. In 3 years, I didn't get to see them one time. So to put my arms around my son, and then for him to embrace me back, I'm so thankful.
Hug.